points here in the third quarter, but it's still enough to have an 8-point lead, Dane. And boy, Fridley came out. They scored 17 in that quarter.
Yeah, like you said, 17 points. That's more than they scored in the first half, and a big part of that, I think, was Bobby Cook getting some big threes. And they got Steve Farmer involved, which we thought would go down. I don't know if Stashi Mack is hurt or not, but he did not play in that third quarter.
You know what, though? If the Huskies score 10 again this quarter, Fridley scores 17, the Huskies win. That's the thing the Huskies can be happy about. They win by 1 point.
You've got to think Jim McDonald told this team at halftime, all right, we're down 15, let's cut it in half. Going into the fourth quarter, they pretty much did just that. They cut it from 15 to 8, and they certainly have a chance to make a run at this ballgame.
The Huskies have 5 team fouls, Dane. Fridley has 4. Now, I don't know. It might come down to that, the line, and I happen to think it will from the Huskies aspect.
Well, it's just really this Fridley team very, very physical, and like you said, if they keep this 8-point lead, this game will be won or lost from the free throw line. But I think right now the key for St. Anthony, take care of the basketball, make every possession an important one. You don't want to give any of them away.
Yep. Fourth quarter, Dane, comes down to 8 minutes. I'm going to put the jacket back on. This time, Dane, no wardrobe malfunction with this setup. 40-32 Huskies here. Cook, the freshman, still in there. Yep. They're having a lot of confidence in him, it looks like.
Well, after the way I saw him play in that JV game, I'd have a lot of confidence in him too.
Huskies zoning it up here. Pass was deflected inside. Oh, an offensive rebound by Cook. He's there again. He lost possession.
They call
and
a foul.
Well, Johnston saying it's
Johnston's
against...
walking down the court. They might have called it on Johnston.
Yeah,
they did. Oh, wow, that's number 4, and it should be number 5.
You talk about elation and then, realizing, hey, that's my 4th foul.
Calvin Johnson was walking the other end of the court, and now you got to go 7:32 with Kevin Johnson with 4. He can't foul right there. Oh, no, and he did. Oh, my.
Again, that's a tough call from the outside. They call it on Levan this time, Dave.
Are you serious?
Dane, yeah, Levan had a piece of the ball.
Calvin Johnson has 7 fouls right now.
So this time, Farmer at the line. But now the tough thing, though, for the Huskies is that Fridley's going to be shooting in the bonus the rest of the period.
And Steve Farmer, a very good foul shooter. The Huskies have really dodged 2 bullets because Calvin Johnson has 6 fouls. And they have him down for 4. But he's really been called for 6 here tonight.
You know what, though? I think the Huskies, number 35, they need to open an IRA account, an IRA account.
I think so.
Get it back to him.
Especially now with Calvin Johnson not on the floor. Ira Bratzel becomes your number 1 option.
Oh, reverse.
You can't throw that one up, though.
A charge. Whoa.
And Bratzel has got to stay in control here. And they're about screaming at him. Get out of there.
Yeah, get out.
But now it's a 6-point game. You can feel the crowd.
I don't know what to say, though, Dane. This is...
Dave Bretland, wise move here. Dave Bretland right now is going to sit his team down for 90 seconds.
But we saw Bratzel getting in there, taking it inside, position there, puts up the out of control, and I think that's what the official is looking at again, is if you're under control.
No question, Bratzel is out of control, and he's in a tough spot. I mean, he's coming in pretty much 13 games behind everybody else out there. And now he's being asked almost to take the game over here, or not, at least keep the game in check while Calvin Johnson is on the bench. Tough spot to be in for Ira Bratzel.
So Fridley has the ball. 8 fouls now on the Huskies and 4 on the Fridley Tigers. But again, that's not a free throw situation. It was offensive. So now we're down to 7-13, a 6-point game. Boy, this is the closest the Tigers have been, and I think they can start smelling it. I think Coach McDonald is putting that into them, saying, hey, we're 2-3 possessions from taking the lead. And, you hate to see the Huskies put all this effort into it and have a big lead only to fall. Let's see if the Huskies can do something here, defensively especially.
Well, no question, an experienced team like Fridley knows that they have something right now. They've crawled back from 15 to 6. If they score here, it could be trouble.
Lost. Picked up here. It's a handoff and a foul as he had the head of the pack, the layup. But the Huskies were running the break pretty well. Confident.
Skutovic gets the steal. And then Ken Levan was going with a pretty smart foul there by Fridley because you're not in the bonus yet. It is 3 on Bobby Cook.
Coach will live with that this late in the game. Rotate it. Chandler's open.
Big shot.
Got it. Just spun around the baseline and hit it.
That is a confident, experienced senior taking that jump shot right there.
6:40 on the clock. The Huskies got that too. Richter. Blake Cook. Richter again atop the arc.
Well, it's going to be important to see how the Huskies rebound as well without their best rebounder, Calvin Johnson, on the floor.
It's going to have to be a mental effort. Off the leg. They step out.
Oh, no.
They say he pushed them out. Woo! Foul called on the Huskies.
Yeah, I believe
1 and 1.
I think that one's going to go to Bratzel.
Chandler. Yep, Chandler, I think, kicked up the foul. If I got a 2 and the 3 on the foul.
Okay.
Anyway, the Huskies now on their 19th foul, 1 and 1 coming, I think.
Steve Farmer has not missed a free throw all night. He's 6 for 6.
There it is. 7 of 7. And now it's 42-35. Okay, this trip down, what do the Huskies have to look for? Slow down.
Well, yeah, first priority, that clock, 6:19, that's your friend right now.
But also be aware of that trap that's going to come.
Take some clock, get a good shot. You don't want any kind of rush three-pointer here.
Looking for a screen. Fellows got there, and now
that's
they
a good
try to
shot.
double
Go in
up
the hole, Willie.
Put back by the Huskies is good. And I think Chandler got in there.
Jack Chandler doing a great job here down the stretch, but Will Fellows loosened the pickle jar. Jack Chandler opened it.
3. Oh, look out. Put back, good. This time Farmer comes right back, and they answer with the putback.
Steve Farmer is not going to let his team go down without a fight here tonight.
Some people saying there was a foul.
Yeah, Dave Bratland certainly wants an over-the-back call. Now you have 4 on Ira Bratzel.
What the heck, though? I think you just go with it.
Well, yeah.
But you need to get him the ball. You need to make him confident that he's going to get a look out there.
And Dave Bratland is not going to wait any longer.
Bratzel with the rebound.
Calvin Johnson is going to check in at the next dead ball.
Okay, Dane, let's see how they set it up here.
Last time they ISO'd it up for Will Fellows. He went down the hole.
Fellows trying to fight his way inside, and he is hacked.
Well, Fridley still, that was their last foul to give.
Yep, 6 on the Tigers now. Here's where the inbound play comes crucial. This is why you practice these so much.
And Johnston is in for Chandler, who did a phenomenal job. That's a quick shot. I don't know if you want that one.
Well, he was on target, just didn't go.
That's one of those where if it goes down, it's a great shot. But if it doesn't, you really wonder if that's the shot you want.
Blake Cook. Inside, they got it to the big man.
Well, especially Fridley with Johnson.
Oh, split it.
Oh, he walked.
They call it travel? Nope. Outside there, and Ira's got the ball.
Jim McDonald's got to be a little disappointed there because you have Calvin Johnson on the floor with 4 fouls, and Steve Farmer did not touch the ball.
Handoff again atop the key. Boy, these Tigers are really looking to pressure here.
Well, these 5 minutes can't go any faster for David Bratland right now.
Are they going to attack the back? They do.
Oh,
got a whisk. Puts it in. Charge. They call the offensive.
That's twice Steve Farmer has done a very good job taking one for the team, moving in position, taking the shot, and he picks up a foul on Walter Skutovic.
That's a tough one to see. There are a couple bodies going here, and now they bring back O.J. Riggins to help out with some ball control and some perhaps some athleticism.
Well, another huge trip down the floor. They cut it to 4 or 3 for, I believe, the first time since it was 4-0.
But it still hasn't gotten to within 6, Dane.
So far, 6 has really been as close as they have come. San Anthony's been able to put the locks on them at 6 points, but They need to stop here, and you have 2 of your best players right now with 4 fouls.
Now you got to look at the Huskies now do they have the confidence to close it out? Cook looking very confident right now. Andrews back to Cook. Cook will fake on the 3. Andrews will take the 3. There it is. No.
Shot.
And he got his own board. Did he travel?
Yep.
Travel, yes.
And
boy,
look
the
at the
Husky
Fridley
bench
bench.
is elated.
The Fridley bench can't believe Jim McDonald saying, hey, both guys hit the ball. But
but you can't let Andrews, so the Huskies have to realize if you're taking a long shot, it's going to be a long rebound. Somebody's got to get back out there and get that ball.
Boy, how big a shot would that have been? That would have gone down.
Cut it to 3, but it didn't. And now the Huskies lost it. Andrews now ahead of the pack for Cook, and he can't handle it. It's ahead of him. So right now, it's just the nerves right now on Fridley.
Well, it has opened up, and again, Huskies are just looking at that clock. You got 4 minutes, 10 seconds. You want that's a rundown as fast as you can get it. Fellows can't get trapped out there, though.
Hand
nice
again, there
go.
it is. Outside, good for the Huskies. Levan.
Denny Levan hit a very big three-pointer in a comeback win against St. Lutheran. That right there just as big.
On the baseline, and a foul on Johnston.
Oh, my.
And he's out. He's out, Dan.
Well, they were able to extend him for a little bit.
That would be his 8th foul if we...
It would be his 8th foul if you regret. 3:53 left. 9-point lead. You're going to have to live with it. Jack Chandler played very well in Calvin Johnson's absence, and Dave Bradley going to call his team over. He has 30 seconds here until he has to take Johnson off the floor. So Johnson is going to stay out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a free 30-second timeout here for Dave Bradley.
Yeah, well, it's also a time to just rest, relax, and loosen up a little bit.
It's 2 free throws.
Because it gets tense once you get back out there.
It'll be 2 free throws for Fridley. You don't have Calvin Johnson. You have 3:53 to go. A 9-point advantage. It's going to now the other guys, the Will Fellows, the Walter Skutoviches. Ken Levan hit a huge shot.
That was big. That was as big a
Levan.
shot as we've seen all game.
Absolutely. And those guys out there now are going to have to really step up that extra notch. You don't have Calvin Johnson really, not just for his rebounding and scoring, he's really the emotional leader out there as well. But so as is Jack Chandler. And Farmer has been perfect from the line.
He missed. Damn. And that you weren't even saying it when it was in. You know, it bounced. You know, you didn't jinx him. It's all on him.
Steve Farmer has played very well, especially in the second half.
Second free throw is good, though. That's big.
And Jim McDonald going to extend the floor here. Full court man-to-man. Make the sophomore point guard work on Bobby Cook.
Yeah, they do. Against Cook. Fellows now.
Cook is really playing great defense.
Cook is a great defender. Off the dribble now. They get it back on top.
Oh, my.
And Riggins picked up the foul. Riggins looking for that steal. And they call the reach.
Well,
Dane, you know, I remember the old rules in high school basketball where you couldn't do a full court press until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Well, thank goodness they changed that rule.
So now it's a different game, you know, and you can do it pretty much whenever you want. Remember that old rule. How much teams had to structure their
That's a big free throw.
half defense.
That's a big free throw as well for Skutovic on the front end of a one-on-one because generally he is not a very good foul shooter.
Huskies looking to get 49. It's the first of 2. On the transition is Fridley. Huskies do get back on the transition. Riggins missed the shot from the lane. I'll back out. The Huskies and Ira get it back.
Good decision by Ira Bratzel there as well, not to get out and run with it.
Bratzel across midcourt. Oh, sorry, Dane. Bratzel across midcourt. Steal. Oh, step for step, and that was too easy, Dane. Yeah. 48-41. Fridley now does a 7-point loss. And that missed, and the ball's on the floor. They call the foul on the Huskies on the rebound. Levan picks up the foul, I believe. The ball was being swatted at. Levan tried to swat it back to a teammate. 2 shots coming for Fridley, and it looks like it could be a 4-point swing.
And now that's 4 fouls on Ken Levan. And really where the Huskies miss Calvin Johnson is his height to the ball up to him in the middle of the floor on that full court press. You let your guards cut off of it. There's 2 sophomore guards out there for St. Anthony, and those 2 guys have got to find a way to come together here.
Bob Cook hits a free throw.
It's It's really, I think, the fourth varsity game for Ben Levant.
Jim McDonald is fuming. I don't know about what.
I think he might want a lane violation. It's the only thing that I can think of, and he still wants
the free throw is good. Missed it. Big rebound by Bratzel. Huskies have to hold on to the basketball.
Fellows was fouled.
Jump ball. Wow. He held on to it, but he also allowed them to get to it.
Okay. And Jim McDonald is still working. The referee down here.
I think both officials are now here feeling the heat.
Oh, look at Jim McDonald down there. He can't believe it. And he's doing this for they just walking away.
He's going to work it. Oh, he got away. Fellows. Oh, I thought he was going to drive there, but he held it.
St. Anthony's wants to run this clock. Oh, my goodness.
Look out. Riggins on the way.
Bratzel.
Are you serious? He hits it.
And now Ira Bratzel's got to be
technical.
Careful. He's got to be
Levant.
careful.
Wait.
Bratzel got teed up. That's a big technical.
Wow.
Oh, my. He's got to look
That's shades
up.
of Paul Reese there.
Yeah, Bratzel just kicked the chair over.
Bratzel, I guessing, picks up his third.
Well,
it doesn't
it's only
matter
his third
now.
foul. It's a technical, which is his fourth. He kicks a chair.
He's out.
You get 2 free throws on the ball. If he's tossed, he's suspended as well.
Yeah, he's gone.
And Damian Troop, I don't even know if Bratzel was kicked out, but Damian Troop doing this, he's walking him off.
No, I saw the official raise his arm to say out.
Is he gone? Bratzel's
He's gone.
And if they call a double technical, that gives him 4 free throws. I don't know if they did or not.
Cook missed it. Unbelievable. This is pressure, though, for Cook. Now what the Huskies have to do is regather and say, okay, we've lost our 2 solid players. It's now the role players that are going to have to make it work.
Yeah.
Cook hits the free throw, and I think there'll be a couple more coming. Yeah, he gets four technicals because of the ejection.
Well, plus
2 technicals there.
And he will still get 1 free throw for the foul called on Bratzel as well. So really 5 free throws being shot right now. And
48-44 is where we stand.
And
wow, I did not expect that at all.
What happened here, a double technical was called on Ira Bratzel. He was called for back-to-back tees, which of course is an automatic ejection, and it gives Fridley 4 free throws. Now the referee's just making sure they have everything right. There's nothing the referees can do about it. No referee wants to throw somebody unless he punches somebody out of a basketball game. He kind of had to, though. Ira Bratzel can't kick a chair over. Now they're explaining things now, of course, as well to Jim McDonald. He wants to know exactly how many free throws his guy gets. Does Fridley retain possession? All those things are tails, as well as O.J. Riggins, I believe, had to come on the floor because he was bleeding.
Looks like he got hit hard in the mouth. Yeah. Riggins did. We're sorting it out right now, but I remember going back when Bratzel left the floor and kicked the chair. I mean, you could hear it right plainly.
Oh, yeah.
Right in front. That's in the NBA, that's a finable offense.
It's about $5,000.
It's the heat of the moment, but he's got to realize he's got to suck it up. He's the newcomer to the team. He can't lose his composure like that. Flat out.
Absolutely.
You can't lose your composure when you're the guy that they're looking toward to make the difference at the end.
Part of it, you have to imagine how excited you are to finally play after having to sit and watch 13 games. And every guy on your team knows how well that you can play. You have a tough call like that in a real tough game.
Cook has missed 2 of 4.
And again, I'm not condoning what Ira Bratzel did.
No,
I'm just trying
absolutely not.
It's understandable to see why he got spotted.
Oh,
the free throw's not going in.
Fridley, timeout, Huskies.
Yep.
Okay, well, not to beat the dead horse or whatever. One thing is first of all, it kind of escalated to that point. Maybe he was just as out of control, and you can't speculate on what he was thinking. But I guess the fact that they threw him out so quickly means he had to do something at the bottom of that pile. When they hit,
now I could be wrong. I didn't think he was thrown out until he kicked down.
No, he was out immediately when he came off the floor.
Was he
so
out? Okay.
I am of the thinking that he threw a punch, he threw an elbow.
Well,
if we saw the tape, I don't know.
I don't think his beef was with a player. I think it was with the referee that called the foul on him. And I thought he was teed up. They were trying to get him off of the floor. Then he kicked the chair. But apparently,
the near official, I saw his arm go up, and I thought he was calling the coach out, actually.
Okay.
I thought he was pointing to McDonald because McDonald had been in that corner.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was on so I don't know.
Well, Fridley has the ball and a lot of momentum. Down by just 4.
Game. Huskies still control their own destiny, though. Yeah. Got to be smart.
Yeah, 2:39 left. And there's a lot of tension in this gym right now.
Yep.
The Huskies missing their 2 best scorers. They've got to find a way now. You know, the Huskies don't have to score anymore, Jason, to win this game. Their scores shouldn't matter. Oh, they thought it was a walk, but it wasn't. That's a good call.
All right, here we go. Makes it easy. Farmer hits it. They're going to put on the press now, Dane. Yeah. It's a 2-point game.
Farmer just continues to make plays here tonight, Jason.
Fellows gets it into the front court. Chandler working it on the top of the key. Boy, they got a young lineup out here, Dane.
Absolutely.
They find Fellows. He's rejected. Here comes Riggins the other way. Fridley looking to tie or take the lead here with a 3-point basket.
Yeah, 2 sophomores and a freshman out there.
The time is now for the Huskies. Riggins got it. He got it. Tied up. And the Tigers come all the way back.
What a game.
48 all.
Down 15 at the break.
Now it's up for the Huskies here to make a big one. A big play for the Huskies here. Schramm has it now.
And now, Jason, the Huskies have to score to win the game.
They do. Working away to the top of the key. Wally.
Okay.
They call it on Riggins.
Well,
7 fouls on Fridley, and the Huskies will shoot in 1 and the bonus.
It's a huge one-on-one now for Wally Skutovic, who, as I said before, not the best foul shooter, but he's hit 3 of 5 tonight.
Skutovic. No! Then whatever, 48 all.
Well, now, if you're Fridley, you want to take as much time off this clock as possible.
Now it's Fridley's control. A minute to go. Listen to that crowd. Richter now gets it to Cook. Richter on the left wing. Richter's hit some threes tonight.
He has, and if you're St. Anthony, you can't sit back in that zone forever. You're going to have to go after him.
McDonald called timeout. He's out of bounds.
I didn't see what happened, Jason. Did he step out of bounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
That's what I gathered. The official pointed to the sideline. Now the Huskies have it with 45 ticks.
Okay, 45 seconds. Fellows got to be really careful here.
The crescendo goes back down. Chandler on the wing.
Yeah, you want to be smart, stay patient.
Hands it off to Fellows, 30 seconds to go.
It as close to the final shot as you can. There obviously no shot clock. Oh, he got away with that one. Jim McDonald can't believe it.
Wally back on top, 18 seconds for Fellows. Schramm.
You know, they might run this thing down and call a timeout here.
Chandler.
Nope, Dave Ryan says keep running it.
There's Wally. Oh, he had an open shot.
Chandler
outside. Money, no. Rebound. Wally Z put it up. No. That's it.
Oh,
time has expired. Oh, my goodness. The Huskies had their shots, their licks at the end, and they didn't tip it in.
Unbelievable.
Woo! Wow, Schramm was there at the end.
Yeah.
Tried to tip it in. We go to overtime, baby.
Jack Chandler gets a pretty good look downtown. That's a good shot to take here. You ran down the clock. You got the final shot. You ran on about 5 seconds. That's not a bad shot by Jack Chandler at all. Wally Skutovic, like Schramm, great effort on the boards. Just couldn't quite get it to go.
Well, the Tigers stormed back, though. The Huskies didn't get that 10 points we were talking about. They only had 8. That's the problem. The Huskies progressively scored fewer points each quarter, That's not what you want to do,
Yeah.
because a team that scores 4 points is going to come back to you. I'm surprised.
You have got to give a lot of credit to Jim McDonald and this Philly team. You can almost guarantee at halftime he said, all right, it's 15. Let's get it in half before the fourth. They cut it to 8 going into the fourth quarter. They win the quarter by 8. Good defensive set there at the end, and what a game here tonight. That's all I can really say.
I mean, we're putting the emotion into it, but it has been an emotional game right until the end. It looked like the Huskies were going to pull away with it and had the shot at the end. Just in fault.
They got a good look. Jack Chandler got a very good look.
We get another jump ball, though. But this time there's no Johnston.
That's absolutely right. There is no Kelvin Johnson here. No Johnson, no Schramm. That's what, no matter what happens here tonight, this game is going to be a very positive experience for St. Anthony, because your two sophomores, Levan and Fellows, and your freshman Mike Schramm are getting big minutes in a very big game down the stretch.
Fridley wins it pretty easily, and now they're going to go, and they have Riggins and Cook out there as guards.
And we've seen a lot more of O.J. Riggins in this half.
Let's see here. Out of bounds. Fridley ball.
Now the overtime, very simple. 4 extra minutes of basketball. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Jason, but I think we could play all night.
That's true.
I don't believe that there's a set number on overtimes.
I don't think so. I think it goes 4 to 2 minutes, so after the first one.
It's a good look for Schramm. He didn't want to pull it, though. Stay patient.
Levan now takes it on the top of the key. Schramm back out to Fellows. Fellows is face guarded by Cook.
Yeah, Cook has been playing great defense.
Player fell down in the lane. Oh, they didn't take it.
Oh, wow, the crowd wanted him to pull it.
Schramm holding off on it. Now they get it back to the top of the arc. What action from St. Anthony tonight?
Oh, they threw that one
Turnover.
away. That was a very good defensive set by Fridley.
It was a sloppy pass.
That's true as well. Fellows trying to throw it across the court. Huskies trying to run that flex motion offense. They couldn't get anything going on it.
Call them as you see them. Huskies going to zone up here.
And we might have some blood here.
Clock timeout. Officials timeout.
That's Steve Farmer.
Oh.
Who they're pointing at.
I don't know. We got a shot of anyway.
Well, guess he just had some underneath his nose. He was able to wipe it off.
All right. We's all right.
And
48.
Neither team, Jason, is really in a hurry to score. Taking their time. Going to get a good look.
Fridley Tigers with the ball. Tough shot. Farmer's got it. He wasn't making that shot early in the game, but he's making it when it really matters.
It's got to be wonderful to be 6'8" and talented.
Schramm gets it back on top. Oh, Wally there, corner. Schramm open for 3. That's off. Fake and a putback. He should have gone up right away, but a foul was called on Farmer. Non-shooting foul, Dan.
Okay, so
wow.
It's a one-on-one.
So it's a 1-on-1 situation.
But, you know, Levan might have gotten away with an over the back on that rebound. And
I think he should have put up the first attempt, though. He faked.
But, you know, that's what a 6'8" guy like Steve Farmer does to you. You think about him when he's there.
Hard, missed that free throw.
Oh,
Chandler's there.
There by Chandler.
And a foul. And Farmer picks up the foul. Had something to say to the officials.
Yeah.
Boy,
well, now
both teams are
talking quite a bit.
wordy tonight. Very wordy tonight.
Now you have both teams in a double buzz. Bobby Cook on the foul on Levan picked up his 4th, which might decrease his intensity on Will Fellows defensively.
Hey, it's a marathon tonight, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting overtime pay.
How focused can one guy look? I mean, all game.
Well, again, Chandler hit the big shot in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. 2 really big shots by Chandler. He missed that one, though.
Oh, another body contact.
Yeah,
this time they let him go.
It was almost the same team at first. Cook and his own man rally. Now Fridley up by 1. Will hold it for as long as they can.
A minute 55 to go, Dane. Here in an overtime period. Well, period number one of overtime.
Dave Breland might have to think about going offensive defense with some of these guys that are in foul trouble. It's probably too late now with 1:55, but you have Ken Levan playing out there with 4 fouls. Jack Chandler has 3. So if he decides to start fouling, he's going to have to certainly get those guys off the floor. But a minute 55, that's a lot of time, and I don't expect Philly to be able to hold the ball for that long.
I think so, but look for St. Anthony to maybe take a chance on the ball.
Oh, absolutely. I expect them to go for that steal off him. I don't expect them to foul yet. You would think that they'll take some time, probably let this clock go to about 1 minute. Then go for the foul. Fridley hasn't made all the free throws tonight, but they've made a pretty fair percentage, and they've really shot a lot better.
The fouls up there, 10 apiece.
Yeah.
2 shots on that are defensive fouls now.
Yeah, you are going to get 2 shots each, and Fridley has shot free throws well. They've come a long way the first half. Tigers shoot 2 of 14 from the floor and score 15 points, and since then their offense has played much better. And the Huskies have had a hard time scoring without Bradsell and Johnson.
Defensively, the Huskies don't want to take any unnecessary risks, too.
Yeah,
you want to play within your game, your defensive game.
You don't want to go for a steal underneath unless you're sure you have it. But here's where a playmaker like Fellows or Skutovic has got to come through with a big defensive play. The Huskies look like they're going to stay in the zone defense.
It's been Farmer, though, for the Fridley Tigers here late. We haven't seen Mack at all.
And Fridley is going to stay out there as long as St. Anthony lets them.
Huskies will sag off a little bit. Andrews has the ball, waiting for someone to flash out.
There you go. Oh, Chandler.
Stripped. Fellows has it.
Wally Skutovic poked it from behind. Now very important offensive set.
The ball's in the Huskies' court, as we say.
Who's going to step up?
There's Schramm, way on top. Looking to rotate. Chandler. Minute 10. Huskies trail by 1.
Go right at Bobby Cook. He has 4 fouls.
They're looking to try to maybe do that. Chandler, they sag off of him. 58 seconds. Huskies, though, have to make this worthwhile. He lost it off his leg. Into the backcourt. Over back.
The entire crowd said that it hit the Fridley player's leg. Dave Brown's on the court. He can't believe it.
Wow. Are they going to talk this over?
They might.
One of the officials says, hey,
I don't know. Let's see. There's Dave Brown right there. He can't believe it. It's going to stay Fridley ball.
My goodness. Timeout. Huskies want to call timeout here.
Look at Dave Brown. He's a guy who's poured his heart and soul in every single possession tonight, and he can't believe that call.
Did you have a good look at it, Dane?
I did not. And I had it. Wait a minute. Okay, they done it. I really could not tell. But the way Skutovic was so confident going into the ball, you got to think that it hit the Fridley player. Dave Bradley can't believe it.
Well, the way that everybody reacted, I don't think several hundred people can be wrong.
No.
You can't get everybody to disagree on one thing.
Those fans who yelled the most at Furrow, they were right there. Now, again, they're obviously going to be biased, but it's really tough call. But Calvin Johnson in the huddle in every one of his players' faces right now, getting them ready. That's what the senior leader has to do.
Well, it's part of the human element of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have a game officiated by robots, I don't think.
You saw Nate Fisher there in the front row mouthing the word, that's horrible. Really, Nate Fisher had a pretty good look at it. He's right about where that play happened.
We're getting the looks like, I don't know what's going on.
See, they think we have the cameras. We had a perfect look at it. We had about the same look as everybody else over here. We do not have a camera
right
at half court. I was not in
front of the ball. I was on that sideline. Doesn't matter. This is what happens.
Oh, Levan!
Intercepted and picked up by the Huskies. Wow.
That's an inspired
That was a clever play. Now we got to take a look here. Huskies plenty of time, 40 seconds to go, but they can't turn it over.
No.
Got to hold on. Get it to the near sideline now.
Get something going towards the hoop.
That's Schramm, I think, has the ball. Fellows trying to split on the wing. 30 seconds to go. How many timeouts does Dave have at his disposal?
Fellows was fouled.
Timeout. Foul called. Is it on Farmer?
Well, if it's on Bobby Cook, it's number 5. And we'll see.
Here. It's 2 shots anyway.
And now it's Jim McDonald's turn to be in disbelief.
Yep.
It is number 5 on 14. As Frank Canalia, Bobby Cook, a fantastic game, though. He really kept his team in it here. Bobby Cook, big shot, the big shot.
And free throws.
Defense.
Everything.
Bobby Cook played fantastic defense tonight. Stashi Mack, who has not played since the second quarter, is going to come back.
Well, yeah, because Farmer is favoring his ankle.
Yeah, Farmer's hurt.
Took a hit.
Boy, I tell you.
See him right there, number 42.
Yep. He's hobbling. Mack's going to come in for him. And now the time, 30 seconds. That's how much time Jim McDonald has to take out Bobby Cook. Big free throws now for Will Fellows.
The Huskies are looking at 23-6 on the clock.
Yep.
But they're looking at the free throws right now.
No, I'm saying, when a player falls out, Jim McDonald gets 30 seconds until he has to put him back in. Big one.
That's the big one. That's the pressure.
That's the big one. Absolutely right.
This is the easy one, Dan.
This is the easy. Absolutely. Nothing to lose.
But the Huskies have got to cash in here.
They got to cash in, and they have to remember, even if Fellows makes his free throw, they got to play defense for 23 seconds.
Nope.
You can't foul. Oh, my goodness.
Chandler, I don't think he had much of a choice. He was already out of his body was just flailing.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold on, and a bigger body's going to push you out of the way.
Well,
2
that
shots.
gives Farmer 2 free throws at the other end.
But the plus is the clock stops.
I tell you what, though, if Farmer misses these free throws, it's really a blessing in disguise for St. Anthony.
Listen to it get loud.
Listen to the gym.
Bingo.
Quiets the crowd.
Timeout Huskies, I think. Is this a 30 or they have a full? They have full timeout. $51-50, Dane, is our score here in overtime. The Huskies held a 30-15 advantage in the first half. And at that point, and then at the end of the third quarter, the Huskies were still there, really asserting themselves.
Still up by 8, 10 points back and forth that third quarter again. Bobby Cook simply kept fully in it. He's not on the floor anymore. And then the guy at the follower now, Steve Farmer, really, after a shaky first half, played magnificent basketball in the second half, but it's been a wild game. St. Anthony now, they have a chance. Farmer makes his free throw, down 2, 21 seconds. I say draw a play. But Will Fellows is not going to be harassed by Bobby Cook anymore. I say no matter what, you send Will Fellows to the basket. Send him to the hoop.
I need my oxygen tank.
Absolutely right.
Really.
You know, I made a point to get water at halftime. I did not do it. I am kicking myself for that right now.
Well, here we go. And if he misses, Huskies have to be there to box out.
You've got to rebound. You got to keep Sashi Mack off the boards.
It's all heart and desire here. Free throw. Didn't have to rebound that one. It was good. 52-50. Huskies now possession.
Fridley going zone. If you're Fridley, you do not foul.
Huskies have to remember what they were talking about here in the huddle. Corner for Chandler. High cross court. Whoa, Schramm throws it away. Off the fingertips. Levan. I think Jack Schramm might have just been better off holding on to it and resetting his feet, but trying to make that difficult pass, and it went out.
Yeah, he tried to get that ball in the corner off his back foot to Ken Levan. Couldn't do it. Now the Huskies obviously have no choice. They got to defend the inbound, and they have to foul. They got to foul immediately.
Wow. I don't get it. This game, to be honest, I think the Huskies should have had it.
Well,
but
here's where
I have a point to make, and
go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll get it to it at the end of the game.
All right. Well,
we'll just see how this one shapes out.
I don't want to snooze.
And it involves the guys in the stripes.
Okay. Well, I don't want to steer thunder too much on that point, but I think where the game started to get away, obviously, is that technical foul. This game's only now 4.5 ticks left, but where Fridley really got that life back, they had cut it to 6, and all of a sudden, Ira Pratza puts a chair into the balcony, and Fridley's right back in it. But I've seen the Huskies are going to need to defend the inbound here.
We've seen it all tonight.
Oh, we've seen just about everything.
Just about everything. Action, comedy.
Well, how about the fact that
suspense?
For about 8 minutes of basketball, they've stayed in the game without Calvin Johnson. Now, Bratland, there's going to face guard the inbound. Levan.
He's out of bounds. Wasn't he out? Didn't he fall out of bounds?
I thought he did. But you know what? Richter's hurt anyway. Richter is in pain, he's hobbled. Dave Bratland is just distraught right now. That is a tough basketball game.
That's it. 52-50, and it's all of a sudden like, boom, the bottom falls out.
Jim McDonald, Dave Bratland embraced at halftime or at half court. Jim McDonald probably told him, you know what, Dave? That's a tough basketball game.
That is a tough battle. Well, they put it out on the floor, played hard. That's what basketball is all about.
St. Anthony and Fridley, I feel two teams that I think have a lot of respect for each other. Fridley comes in at 11-1, Huskies 3-10, and they make it overtime. They make it a 2-point game. But it's going to make it that much more fun when we go to Fridley later on.
And here we go with the
We do have some final stats right here, and the turnovers pile up. Huskies turn the ball over 5 times in the first half. They turn it over 9 times in half number 2.
17 turnovers.
You can't do that.
Nope.
The rebounding really got to him a little bit, and Fridley simply shot much better in that second half.
Well, yeah, I thought the way Fridley was shooting in the first half, it would be the game would be over by the end of the third quarter. Wasn't the case because Fridley shot the lights out in the third quarter.
Fridley goes 2 of 14 in the first half. They hit 8 of 16 in the second half. Bobby Cooks made big shot after big shot. Thanks to Morgan Bischoff here for all of these great stats. Certainly a tough loss for St. Anthony, but certainly one that they should be able to build on. We should probably go to the point you wanted to make.
Well, Dane, the officials did not win or lose this game, but the officiating tonight left something to be deserved, in my opinion. There were some very inconsistent calls.
Certainly the call that I think a lot of people are going to talk about, and again, I don't know if it was right or wrong, the over and back call, where Skutovic, the way he went after it, you got to believe that the Fridley player hit it. That was a big point. But again, Huskies stole it. Huskies had chances. They had a missed free throw to win the game. They had 3 or 4 shots to win this game. You have to give credit to both teams for the effort, certainly. A very hard-fought game on both sides. Just a tough game for Dave Bratland and his team tonight.
Well, time to kick it off and kick it out. Dane, there's our final score, 52-50.
In overtime.
Ouch.
But
for
you know
the
what?
Huskies anyway.
But
it was a great game.
It was a fun 36 minutes of basketball.
36 minutes. Carried it to the wire, Dane. Let's talk about our crew.